Hey guys, Libras, I don't know why I'm doing this quick little extra video for you. I just suddenly felt super compelled. So here it is. I don't know why. I wasn't going to do another one for you guys until probably Sunday, but for whatever reason, something kept saying Libra and Libra in my head, and I don't have a reason. Well, you guys came out. Okay, Libra, what is going on? The fact that the Justice card is actually your second card out, okay? The first one to hit the deck was actually the Tower. Major transformation. I am a huge fan of the Tower. So you've got to remember, a lot of people hate the Tower card. A lot of people think it's like, oh, all this change that is, I wasn't prepped for it. I wasn't ready for it. I look at the Tower and I go, a chance to change things from the ground up, a chance to alter things, fix things, rewrite a sentence. It's almost like if the universe gave you a little bottle of whiteout and said, all right, what do you want to change? Go ahead, white it out. To me, I look at it as second chances to correct all manner of thought processes, past actions, sentences we wish we hadn't have spoken, behavior that we wish we could go back in time and erase. To me, this is erasing things so that we can get it right. This is about karmic justice. Libras, what is this? What is this? I am so excited that I chose to do this, even though technically, I mean, I have other readings I need to get to that are not for Libra. Yet I felt I needed to do this right now. What is this? Sorry, guys. I have a couple of sweaters on. It's cold where I'm at right now. And so, oh, wow. What we're correcting is that was a seven of swords, followed by the High Priestess. This High Priestess says, darkness into darkness, the key to all mysteries. Cancerian energy. So we have Aries, we have you, Libra, and then we have Cancerian. It's also interesting to note that out of 4 cards, 3 are major arcana, and 1 is arguably the ugliest card in the entire deck, yet we're seeing it in the only position we ever want to see that ugly a card in. Somebody is, talk about using a bottle of whiteout. They want to correct past mistakes. They want to correct the things that were wrong. They want to correct the things. If they hurt you, they want to undo that. If they lied, they want to tell the truth. If they ran, they want to come back. If they were cowardly, they want to be brave. And of course, this could be you as well, right? Like, none of us are perfect. We've all done those things at different points in our life for different reasons, right? This High Priestess is all about the things that have been hidden. Somebody doing serious shadow work here is what I would have to say, especially with those words written on this papyrus scroll, darkness into darkness, the key to all mystery. There is something about, I almost feel like somebody is embracing the mistakes they've made and saying, I messed up. Why would I hide from that? Why would I run from that? Why don't I just say I messed up? I want to fix it too. I've been running away, not taking responsibility for far too long, but I want to fix it, because that's the thing that it's never going to let up. This is where, so the Tower is where we are captive. And maybe that's the other reason why I'm such a fan of the Tower card, because it represents when the Tower falls. When the Tower falls is when we become free. So the things that hold us captive are, in my opinion anyway, are the things that we're afraid of. The things that we don't want to admit to, the things that we're scared of, the things that we're ashamed of, the things that we have regret over. And those combine to keep us kind of locked in our head. And oftentimes I feel like the Tower is a thought process that we get stuck in. And that thought process then keeps us in places in our life that maybe we have outgrown a long time ago, but we can't seem to let ourselves free from it. And so it really is a mindset, but it's interesting because we don't necessarily always identify why are we trapped. We imagine that we truly are in a cage, when in fact it's a mindset. And simply, I feel like somebody's having an epiphany. That's what this really represents to me. I've had several of those moments in my life where there was something where I changed. I understood something in a moment, and it was very much like a tower falling away, setting my mind free, setting my my heart free, setting my soul free, whatever this was, wherever I had been trapped in a thought process. This could be a lack mentality. This could be somebody who always thought, well, I could never achieve that in my life because subconsciously I was told that's not the level that I get to live my life at. And then one day somebody goes, what do you mean? There are no boundaries on, what I can achieve in my life. The only one who limits me is me. And that is an example of like the tower falling and somebody truly being set free. Somebody is having a major epiphany. It is about their fears. It is about the things that have kept them away from the happiness that they want to have. And that is what they are setting themselves free from. This High Priestess, let me change decks and ask about the High Priestess. Tell me about the this is the wrong deck. Let's go this deck. When I say that, I don't know what I mean. By the way, I just mean it doesn't feel right in my hand. Tell me about the High Priestess. Ooh, too many. Hold on. That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take. This is just so you can see. By the way, there was another tower in there, wasn't there? Too many. So they all go back and I shuffle again. High Priestess. The High Priestess it's a combination of what we know, even though we can't explain why we know it. It's what we don't really admit to ourselves, but we know somewhere in our subconscious. It's part of whatever this person is going through. So we have a 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have a 10 of Swords in the reverse, and we have a King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is some huge... Somebody is setting themselves free from a situation. They're releasing something that they just couldn't see a way out of in the past. And they finally realized maybe it's not their issue. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and notice this is a queen who is the king, right? So we have even a duality here in the masculine and feminine energies here. There is a woundedness or a problem that can't really be solved. And sometimes accepting that there is a problem that cannot be solved instead, well, let me pull one more card here, because that 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, this is somebody letting their guard down, someone who perhaps kept someone out, and that is where the pain and the hurt came from. If they can release this, it may also change the entire flow. I feel like somebody has been, this is a recurring theme in this reading, that somebody had been captured. Maybe 2 people had been captured in each other's energetic web. One person was captured, and that produced something that was very unfair. But now they want to make that right. They want to quit running from something. They want to, I don't know, there's some subconscious energy where I feel like if they hurt another person, then that person's energy in turn became stuck and captured. And I only say that because in both of these cards, we have an element of being captured, yet in both of them, we also see the element of releasing from capture. Because the tower is being struck, it's going to fall. And because this 4 of Pentacles is in the reverse, that gate is going to fall. Somebody withheld, and then the other person put up a boundary around themselves to protect themselves from the other. That's what this looks like. And everyone is dropping boundaries all at the same time, because boundaries are there because we're afraid. We're afraid of somebody encroaching on our territory. We're afraid of something getting in, or we're afraid of something getting out. That's why we put up fences, right? But it's always kind of about fear, which leads to the need to protect ourselves. Interesting, because I feel like we're seeing 2 people here. One is releasing their fears, and the other one is saying, I don't want to stubbornly hold on to the wounds that I've been dealt. I want to set my own self free because the boundaries I've put up to keep somebody else out of my life have also, in turn, created a fence around me. So interesting. This is so much about setting ourselves free. And this is all to Six of Pentacles. Guess what? Here we have some truth coming in. We got the tea being poured. You notice what's on that teapot? The Libra scales. Very interesting because this is, granted, it's earth energy, yet we see Libra featured prominently. And we see this man standing here on the tea kettle actually providing the weight or the counterweight to tip the teapot to bring the truth out. And there's a discussion happening. Now, I look at that all as symbolic. The truth is, both people want to have a fair and balanced conversation. Both people want to sit down across from each other and talk. And the fact that we're having tea is, you're not going to have some heated, nasty conversation, right? This is respectful. This is calm. This is, I feel like this is an upcoming conversation that two people are ready to have. And I feel like that, by the way, this did come out right underneath the High Priestess as well. Subconsciously, everyone has known that someday we're going to sit across from each other and we're going to finally speak our truth. We're going to finally get to the point. But the truth is not going to be said with running noses and anger and crying. The truth is we're in a place now where we're both ready to have a conversation that is not full of fears, that is not holding back, that is not full of recrimination, that is not filled with anger, that is not like, okay, you say one thing and I'm going to spark and I'm going to say something rah, 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 and then you're going to bite back at me and we're going to bark across the table at each other. No, we're just in this new energy vibe where it's like, let's sit down and have tea. Totally different vibe than what it has been. One person is releasing fear, not going to run away anymore, wanting to be really authentic, wanting to really say everything that's on their mind, not hold anything back, but not in an aggressive way, right? It's almost like revealing something about themselves, revealing their fears. Because that Seven of Swords, there were lies, there was running away, there was all of that maybe someone did to the Libra. Meanwhile, the Libra may have walled themselves off, might have hidden themselves away because it was so hurtful, it was so painful. That or vice versa. Could have been dealing with a fellow air sign. We have a lot of pentacles out in this reading. We also have, so could be earth sign. Could be fellow air sign, could be earth sign, could also be Cancerian, could be Aries, could be fire sign, could be anybody, right? I do, oh my gosh, I said this was not going to be long. I said I shouldn't do this one at all, yet here I am. I just want to know, with the Seven of Swords, why did somebody run? What did they hide? What was that? Seven of Cups. Sevens are numbers of change. Somebody was flat out not sure. They weren't sure about what they wanted, what would make them happy. Chariot. Somebody needed to go away and master their emotions. They needed to test themselves. They needed to figure out who they were. How can you be confident about what you want when you're not sure about who you are? That's what I feel like this is all about. So somebody didn't know how to say, I don't know who I am. So how could I know for sure what I'm ready for, what I want, where can I invest when I'm not really sure about who I am? I need to find my strength, myself, know myself. Somebody, I feel like these two, only because of this, darkness into darkness, the key to all mystery. Only because that is written there. I feel as if both individuals played a very important role in triggering the other to face something. Let me ask about the other person here. Let me change decks again. And again, place yourself on whatever side of the equation makes sense, right? Lovers in the reverse. Somebody had to face, the other person I think had to face their fears about what do I choose in a love relationship? Do I worry that I'll never be chosen? I need to get past that fear. It was never about, will someone choose me? It was about, do they match what I want? I feel, Libras, somebody might have treated you unfairly in the sense that they ran away, they didn't know who they were, they didn't know what they wanted. But if on the other hand, it made you wall up your sweetheart and tuck yourself away and feel like, I'm never going to get past this hurt, if you even felt like stubborn, like, I'm always going to be the one who gets left, I'm always going to be the one who gets hurt, that's what happens to me, that energy is something you are dropping, because you've recognized it's never been about, will someone choose me? It's always been about, I get to choose who makes me happy. It's I feel like it's very much you taking your own power back. You got the Seven of Cups in the reverse, you got the King of Wands in the reverse. It was about you learning to evaluate and be certain and confident. I'm not going to tolerate anyone's arrogance. That doesn't please me, doesn't suit me. I now know what I truly want. I want to be treated in a certain way. I want to be loved, and I wouldn't choose someone who doesn't show me that. So it's very much about finding your personal power. One person didn't know who they were. The other person, isn't that interesting that you each got the Seven of Cups, but one had it in the upright and you have it in the reverse. So your lessons were completely opposite. One person needed to figure out who they were. The other person needed to figure out that it's about what I want. It's not, when I'm in a love relationship, I shouldn't be asking, but will they still love me? Will they still want me? It's about, do they satisfy me? Ultimately, we all, of course, if we like someone and we care about them, then we want to make that person happy as well, but without sacrificing everything to say, well, they're giving me nothing, but I want to keep giving to them, and instead I'm just going to be bitter that someone's not reciprocating. It changes the playing field to say, wait a second, I should have been using a different measuring stick. Is someone giving me the interaction that makes me happy? I don't want someone whose ego is in the way. I want somebody who's loving. Very different vibe, very different set of lessons for each person. So final card here. Oh my gosh. Final card here. Sitting down to have tea with this newfound energy, this new sense of self-awareness. What happens at this tea party? What happens at this tea party? The Hermit in the reverse, Virgo energy. We open up. We speak what's true. We speak what's authentic. We don't hold back anymore. We don't hide anything. This was the shadow work that two different people did. One more. Wheel of Fortune. And everything changes after that. Is this duo going to end up together? Don't know. But would this be productive anyway? Oh, immensely. Immensely. What a remarkable reading. And ending with more major arcana. I just feel like this is such, I don't know, I feel like we've got such a powerful reading. So, I mean, overall, we've got a little bit of everything, right? We've got Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aries. We've got a little bit of everything. I'm going to leave this here. This was the reading that I don't know why I chose to do, but it was maybe time for me to do this, just like it's time for whomever to choose to like sit down and have a conversation. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go take off and go do some other things now with my day. Take good care of yourselves, and thank you so much for being a part of my world. Bye.